Elizabeth is an incredibly happy, playful, loving kid. She loves to be mischievous and play around and make jokes with people. Are you walking? Okay. How we doing? Good.
She's so happy. She greets you every single moment with about 10 highs. Hi, hi. Loves to sing, loves to play, is totally enthusiastic about learning. And as soon as you come into a room, your energy and your attention is immediately drawn to this little person who is so full of joy and so pure that you cannot help but to engage.
Elizabeth was born with a congenital brain tumor. This was compounded by the fact that as her brain was filling with fluid, as the tumor was there, but her brain was also growing, her head continued to grow. And so ultimately, when she was 4 months of age, her head circumference was the size that it is now. The focus then was on keeping her healthy and helping her stay stable until she could grow big enough to consider surgery. She had 2 devices implanted into her brain to help manage fluid. And then at 5 months of age, she was old enough to have surgery, and they were able to, fortunately, successfully resect the majority of that tumor. Not just did she have the health complications, but she had the physical complications of being a newborn that really couldn't hold her head up. And so things like tummy time were difficult. All of the standard development stuff for a kid, she wasn't able to do. After Elizabeth's major surgery, when her health started to stabilize, I got to the point where I started thinking about how I was going to be able to move back to Wichita. Elizabeth's doctors in St. Louis did some research on their end to look for the kind of support that they knew that she was going to need, and found HeartSpring and made the recommendation to us.
Elizabeth has this unique gift that she connects with people very easily. We celebrate everything. We celebrate putting a coin into a piggy bank. We celebrate standing. Elizabeth has been one of my greatest reinforcers for the word celebrate.
You make me wanna celebrate, 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 celebrate tonight.
HeartSpring has been excellent for Elizabeth. She does not consider it to be work. It is definitely going to a play date with her friends, Hannah, Katie, and Emily. She really enjoys coming here.
Typically, with an outpatient setting and working with children, we set our goals to be achieved somewhere around 6 months or so. Elizabeth likes to meet her goals whenever she wants, and in her opinion, that's 2 weeks after I wrote them. So I'm constantly having to come up with new things, more work for me, but I love it.
It's been great for me as well. They're therapists for me as much as they are for Elizabeth in a way, because they've really taught me how to do what is important for Elizabeth.
She is exploring toys in ways that she's never done before, and throughout all of this, she's dictating and describing everything. Her most favorite thing to do in therapy is tell her mom exactly where to sit or stand, or exactly how to hold this toy.
The therapists here have taught me how to be a mom, and they remind me that it's not always about her development, that you have to have these personal moments as well, but how to infuse the two.
E. Good job. E for Elizabeth.
Happy.
D.
D.
C.
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 D.
And A. You did it.
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga. Yahoo!
We really weren't sure what her progress was going to be like. We knew what our goals were going to be, but we just weren't sure on the timeline. And she's just smashed the whole thing out of the water, and she's written her own story.
Celebrate.